All right, One Pride Nation. As we move into the off season a little bit further, I'll definitely be looking at more and more free agents. But since this question was posed, I wanted to talk about a couple of people that, even early on in the process, I had some interest in as free agents. And the first guy is former Kansas City Chiefs fourth round pick, Joshua Williams. At 6'3", about 200 pounds, and running right around a 4.5 40, he was an interesting prospect out of college with a lot of potential due to his build and speed. And his first 3 years in Kansas City looked like he was going to pay off. Um, Last season, allowing only an 84.3 quarterback rating against him. The previous year, only an 84.5. So for 2 years in a row, he put up some pretty solid numbers and played a fairly significant amount of snaps. But this past season, that all changed. The Kansas City Chiefs added some depth at cornerback, and there was also some rumblings about Williams' desire or ability to make tackles, which would, of course, exclude him for playing for Detroit because the cornerbacks are big in the run game as well as the pass game. But his physical attributes do make him interesting. The second DB that I've found intriguing as a free agent is someone that the Lions are actually pretty familiar with, and that is former Detroit Lions safety Ifeatu Melifonwu. Now, he played for the Dolphins this year on a 1-year contract, and ended up playing in 16 games, his most games played in a single season. And while his coverage grades weren't great, he did still show some usage in the pass rush game. And if you remember, that was kind of his forte while he was here in Detroit. At 6'3", 213 pounds, he's a bigger frame and would often play as a third safety. Now, you're probably going to point out that we don't use a third safety, but if we can't re-sign Alex Anzalone due to the size of the contract, we're going to have to take a look at how that linebacker and DB structure plays out. We may be looking at a little more three safety sets, a little more nickel instead of always being in base. This makes Iffy really intriguing because he can come down in the box easily with his size and almost act as a third linebacker or a third DB. Let me know what you think, Lions fans. We all know that Brad Holmes loves bargain shopping. And these two guys, maybe right up that alley. Let me know your thoughts on these two or who you're interested in free agency in the comments below.